All right, so moving on to some news from movies intersecting with books. James Cameron has announced the acquisition of Joe Abercrombie's latest book, The Devils. James Cameron has announced that his company Lightstorm has purchased The Devils, and he's going to co-write the script with Abercrombie. This book was published on May 6th, and it just entered the New York Times bestseller list at number 5. So the industry is still working that way. You write a book, you have a good platform, enough people are reading the book, Hollywood's going to want to pick it up. And this is kind of a big deal because this is James Cameron, who's worked on a lot of really good projects. And there's still storytellers out there working in the film format who just want to pick up good stories and put
And
it
if
out
you
there and tell the
structure
story.
your agreement with Hollywood correctly, you get paid whether they make the film or not. So Hollywood's really famous for licensing books and then never making movies on it.
It's called
Sometimes just to
optioning,
block.
right?
Yeah, they'll option a story. Sometimes just to block the other studios from optioning that story. So like, well, I don't want to have it, but I don't want you to have it either. And so they'll pay the author, $10,000 or $20,000 a year to maintain this option. And Brandon Sanderson's talked about early on in his career, it was actually his Hollywood option money. That's how he put food on the table because he was getting as much money from Hollywood, not making his books into movies. He's not yet had a Hollywood film other than Wheel of Time, which doesn't really count. But he's still gotten a lot of money from Hollywood because Hollywood is weird.
So this is an interesting story to follow. We'll see if they actually make the movie or not.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know it's still being done. That's still a path that we can dream about. And hopefully no one will ruin, our story like Wheel of Time or Rings of Power. Or just don't let Amazon buy your book, honestly. I think that's the lesson.